Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We wanted to begin tonight with the intensifying debate in the medical community over the need for COVID booster shots. Tomorrow, the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee is expected to vote on whether to recommend a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine for the general population. Well, the Biden administration is pushing for a third dose, but so far the FDA has not taken a definitive stance, saying overall data shows all currently authorized vaccines still protect against severe COVID disease and death. Moderna's data is still being reviewed, and adding to the confusion, according to the CDC, nearly 2 million fully vaccinated Americans have already received an additional dose of a COVID vaccine. Many of those have weakened immune systems, so some people are already getting those boosters. But one thing is clear tonight: the pandemic is raging again. On Tuesday, the U.S. reported nearly 2,000 new COVID deaths. That's actually the highest single-day total in nearly 7 months. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is going to lead us off tonight from Los Angeles. Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening, Nora. Doctors we've spoken with say the debate over boosters is an important one, but they worry tonight the White House is compromising its larger effort here to get people vaccinated in the first place.
Tonight, some scientists are saying not so fast when it comes to COVID booster shots. It was just a month ago when the Biden administration was making its case.
We'd be able to get the booster shots at any one of approximately 80,000 vaccination locations nationwide. It will be easy.
But the Food and Drug Administration has declined to take a stance on the eve of an advisory committee meeting to decide whether to recommend approving Pfizer's application to give out third doses. This week, in an article published by the British medical journal The Lancet, scientists, including 2 outgoing FDA employees, argued currently available evidence does not show the need for widespread use of booster vaccinations. But there was also new research from Israel released by the FDA that suggested that waning immunity against severe disease may occur also in younger age groups. But it was older, more high-risk age groups that the booster dose was found to be most useful at reducing the risk of severe illness.
Exactly. It's really confusing. So,
Dr. Monica Gandhi says the confusion may be producing an unwanted side effect.
I think the messaging from the White House has served to terrify the vaccinated and make the unvaccinated think that the vaccines don't work. And that is exactly what the White House did not want to message.
And that fear, doctors say, comes at a time when ICU beds in cities like Spokane, Washington, are packed with COVID patients, many of them unvaccinated.
We're seeing levels of hospitalization that we've not seen since the beginning of the pandemic. And
Dr. Dan Getz says many of those patients are coming from Idaho, just a few miles away. Today, with hospitalizations soaring well past last winter's surge, the entire state is now under a crisis standard of care. Some hospitals are rationing treatment,
which is really every physician's worst nightmare. And it's going to lead to very real deaths, and not just deaths from COVID. We're talking about people that are having heart attacks, that are delaying care for cancer. This affects all of us.
And in an effort to cut back on COVID cases, officials here in Los Angeles are taking their mandate one step further. Starting next month, people will be required to show proof of vaccination before entering bars and nightclubs. Nora.
Jonathan Vigliotti, thank you.